Ooh, you could do multi-stream with Streamlabs OBS. Meaning, in
That's
theory, there could be a time that you can stream not only the Twitch, but also to the Mixer, and therefore we don't need to do this convoluted shindig we do every single time.
every time. Okay, we're live. We're good.
Yeah, we're live.
All right.
Hey!
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Fall as They May. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know I did. I'm sure my players did as well.
I
Except
don't have to buy groceries for a week.
I worked at my work for 8.5 hours.
As you can see, some of us are a little out of it this morning. David did what he always did and didn't go to sleep.
David died, and his camera's ascending to heaven right now.
Now his camera is ascending away from his face. But yeah, so we're gonna try to match our energy as we always do today, though David might be a little bit out of it, and Chris has to leave in an hour, so we should get into this game.
What a wonderful video and post this is gonna be.
This is gonna be great, yes.
This is going to be its own type of disaster, and I can't wait.
All right, well, David has left, but we'll go ahead and start with the recap. All right, and we are waiting for Rick to come in eventually. We just wanted to get started a little early. So anyway, last we left off, the favored few, having returned from Arcala and being dubbed heroes to the Empire, were gifted with a manor of their own within the Empire, giving them some sort of living place here as a show of good faith and friendship from the Emperor himself. After taking some time and exploring it, they met with the Emperor and discussed the number of things that they had discovered while in the Brotherhood's, while two of them were infiltrating the Brotherhood's camp. After the discussion was had, the Emperor, realizing that a lot of this could be time sensitive, asked the favored few which of the missions they would like to undertake, stating that he would then be sending his own troops and, if necessary, ambassadors to accomplish the rest of the tasks at hand. The favored few decided that it would be in their best interest to continue on towards Nightshan. However, Flanar, having been gifted a new position within the Empire, departed the favored few, wanting to continue serving his empire, and didn't see it in his best interest to continue on with the favored few. So the party took some time to gather some supplies. During this time, Ophilia had acquired the necessary components for a scrying spell and decided to use it to scry on her family back in Linares. Upon doing so, Ophilia discovered that her mother was being whispered to by this entity that had been plaguing her mind. And that is where we left off. And realizing that I had not done this last time, as we were a little bit pressed for time, and still are today, about 2 days in, you will, as you guys are kind of making your way around the town, you will see that there will be a quick, few of you will see a quick flash of energy. Per se, because you guys were kind of traveling at the same time, I'm going to say this would have been Ophilia, I'll say you guys all together, Ophilia, Gu, and Ezreal, and Volok and Flanar at the time. You guys would see a brief flash of energy, and as you see it, you see coming out frazzled, looking a bit haggard. Headmaster Everon kind of cleaning himself off, kind of massaging his arm, seeming like he had a bit of a rough travel here. He's kind of stretching this around. Oh, hello?
Headmaster, it's good to see you again.
It's good to see you as well. Ow.
You quite alright?
I had a few mishaps along the way, but I'll be fine. I suppose I should get to what I came here to do anyway. Which way to the At this point, you guys are kind of in the middle of the city square, finishing up a little bit of shopping.
This way. I'll show you.
Thank you. I don't suppose you could do anything. He's asking you if you could heal him, basically.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Alright, so you go ahead and heal him up. You escort him over to the palace. Upon arriving, it takes a little bit as you have to send word for the Emperor. But after about 10 minutes of waiting, the headmaster's kind of in the process of just kind of taking in the surroundings, kind of. You know, I've never traveled to this part of the continent before. It's interesting. And he kind of says in a much more quiet tone, and you all trust them. You're not.
Yes. Not.
All right. I trust your judgment. He goes ahead and kind of reaches into his pack, and you see he pulls out what looks like a small set of forms, which you can only assume to be some sort of legal document. As the Emperor comes out, he says, Headmaster Everon, I presume. And he says, yes, Your Grace. As he seems like a little confused as to how to address this individual. I'm happy you were able to get here with such expediency. I do presume you have something that you need to discuss with me before we push on with this. And as before the Emperor can finish speaking, the headmaster presents the documents and says, yes, and I do apologize. I don't intend to be rude, but we are in a bit of a time crunch here. I need to return back to Karana as soon as possible. And he looks back. I'm sorry to pull you away from all of this, but we are in a bit of a situation. It's not super time sensitive, but I would urge, if you have the time to return. We've been having some trouble.
What's going on?
He looks at the Emperor, who seems a bit interested in what he has to say. So he says, those individuals, the Brotherhood, well, they've been a bit of a pest lately. As I don't know if you've been aware too, Karana suffered a number of attacks, floods of attacks actually, and our military is waning heavily. The city's walls aren't holding very well anymore, and I'm doing what I can, and as is the rest of the academy. But without forces, there's a chance we will be overrun. And as he says this, you hear the Emperor from behind say, well, it seems that this is more of a timely manner than needed. Please, come with me. And he will, with haste, knowing the situation, will head off with Everon, who will turn around and say, it was good to see you all. As he makes his way off with the Emperor. Anyway, though, we return back to present day, where Ophilia, you have just finished. Did you want to say something?
After this, I think it's retcon time.
Okay.
But go on.
No, go ahead.
No, because we gotta talk about going there. Fuck it.
We'll say going back to the meeting. As you guys had finished speaking to the Emperor, with this information that you had acquired. This would be 2 days later because you had to call Eberron here. So you guys, over the course of the next few days, have this also as an option. If you guys want to return to Karana. I guess we'll quickly, just because I don't want Chris to have to sit here in silence the entire time as we're waiting. We'll put that to a quick vote as well. So with Karana now on the table, is there anyone who thinks that you guys should return to Karana? Or do you guys want to push on with your mission towards Nightshan? So Ezreal is for Karana.
I have no preference.
As Ophilia has no idea what Karana is.
And I know Valak's voting for Nightshan.
Yeah, Valak is definitely voting for Nightshan.
If we go to Karana and the Empire goes to, I don't remember the third option because I'm bad.
The third option, so the options that you had were go to Black Hollow and see if you can get any information on Rome's dealings. You can go to Strathmore, which is basically you'd be being sent as diplomats to try to sway some of the benefactors of the Brotherhood towards the Empire side. And then there was Night Shan to try to intercept a delivery that was making its way there. And now you have Karana, which Everon has said has been assaulted on several occasions, and is starting to lose its footing.
The package and Karana seem to be the two that are the most like time sensitive. Kind of fuck it, Karana.
Yeah.
Alright. So, Volok will say, I still think we should go to Nightshan. If they get more of whatever those things are, that could mean a lot more trouble. If the Empire's gonna send help to Karana, I don't know if they really need us.
Still have that danger of us being known in Nightshan. And Karana's been a home base to us for, well, ever since we came here to the future. I know we have a new home now, but it's still worth protecting.
Alright. I'm gonna, because Rick is not here, I'm not gonna change his vote.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I don't wanna, yeah. So, Rick is gonna continue to vote to go to Nightshan.
Yep.
So,
Lars, by not having a vote, is basically being asked as a tiebreaker. He's going to inform you that Empire matters are of greater necessity. And you had stated before, your artifacts are of high priority. So he's going to strongly recommend that each of you go toward the Nightshan mission.
So if you accept Flanar's advice, that's the tiebreaker in this. It's just a matter of, does the party accept Flanar's advice?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're actually getting help in Karana. I mean, it wasn't, like, stated.
It absolutely wasn't. Although you do know that the whole point of Everon, being here is to try to establish an alliance between Karana and the Empire.
You can message him to see what the deal was.
That's fair. Yeah, let's go to Nightshan and then you can do that.
And I mean, like, you should message him before we take the vote.
All right, so we'll say a couple days later, before Ophilia does her scrying, you guys can message Everon.
Just ask him what the deal was.
All right.
I don't think the
Easy enough. We don't have to do the finger thing. He'll say, well, in exchange for Karana becoming Empire territory, he will send us resources and troops to assist in its defense. You're certain you trust this? That's what you get back.
Yes, I am. They might not be perfect, but we can try and make it better.
We're good, Jordan. You don't need to do the fingers. Very well. A lot of this doesn't sit well with me. And I'm worried the citizens will... Never mind. We're just waiting on a few forms.
We're capitalists now.
Better dead than red.
Alright. Unless you wanted to ask him anything else.
I don't know. I
Uh,
feel bad.
as the final day comes to a close, and Ophilia, you perform your scrying ritual, getting the information that you do. All of you reconvene in the morning, grabbing your supplies, getting ready for the journey ahead. Ophilia comes down, still smiling, but seems a little frazzled.
Okay. Mind if I ask you all for a favor? Huge favor?
It depends on the favor.
I would like us to take a detour if possible.
Well,
Lunaris.
do I know if that's on the way?
Because you guys have a map now, you can look for yourself.
Oh boy.
The map.
The map.
The map.
Someone better find that JPEG
The
Oh,
map.
are you NA?
because I'm not applicable.
Yeah, why? Yeah, but your webcam's not on.
I turned it off so I wouldn't distract people with my. face
Don't
being
turn it
blurry.
on, Jordan. It's
Dude,
okay. Your face is
Fucking-
beautiful. Everyone wants to
That's
see
Do I
it.
beautiful.
look like I know what a JPEG is?
I just want a picture of a goddamn hot
The
dog.
map. Wait, did no one save it to a certain location?
Probably not.
No, wait.
Yes.
I think I remember. What was it? Rick saving it somewhere too.
All right, so I just got word back from Rick. He says it's gonna be a few. He's working on his heater because it went out in his house last night.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Yeah, good
It's
reason
fine.
to be late.
Yeah, stay warm, Rick.
David, you zipped up all the maps.
I will
on
tell
Discord.
you, because Ophilia wouldn't generally know this because she's not a thing. But with the map, Lunaris is not in the same. It's moving in the same direction, but in a straight line. You're not technically gaining any ground towards Nightshan. You're essentially moving directly parallel, or parallel to the continent. If you make your way from Nuxvar to Lunaris,
Any quicker from?
which basically means it would take, which essentially means 3 months. It take you. I need to find the map. I'm trying to remember the map from just so I can get distance. Believe Lunaris would be I believe Lunaris is I want to say about a month and 2 weeks travel from the Empire. Nightshan's a good distance too. I believe Nightshan was about 3 weeks to a month to get there.
We're not getting a teleport.
As at present, you have nobody who could teleport you. You could talk to the emperor about it, but remember, he said that whatever you decide, they'll supply you with things to make the trip faster. Which I believe you were going to be supplied with mounts to get yourselves across the continent.
I have the map up.
Yes,
So,
you're in Nuxvar.
No, I know. So, like, we're here, right?
Yeah.
And Nightshan's down here.
Uh-huh.
Where David wants us to go is here.
A little above it.
So it'd actually be closer to
look.
Lunaris. So sorry
Yeah.
again. I'm trying to so flip those times. So it'd be about 3 weeks to a month to get to Lunaris, and then it'd be about a month and 2 weeks to get to Nightshan. However, with mounts moving at a quicker pace, I'd probably cut travel time to both locations down by about a week and a half.
And then from Lunaris to Nightshan.
From Lunaris to Nightshan, I'd say that's probably only going to be about a week and a half, 2 weeks travel.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. I think we can make the trip.
You were very quiet, Luke.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God, what was that?
That was his microphone.
Hello?
There you go.
Oh.
There you go. There you go. You're good.
Hello.
I don't want to be
Oh.
like papa and
Yeah, no, you're good.
It's not a matter of putts. It's like static.
Yeah,
or
you
something.
sounded like when a mic is dying and you can just barely faintly hear the voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we can spare the trip. What's going on?
Well, so from the journal entries I've read, it's been about 20 years since I've been home, and as a good daughter would, myself, I decided to buy some materials for scrying, and so I did check up on my mother to see how she's doing, and she's doing not that well, and apparently there is a demon trying to sway her to do certain things, and I would like to deal with it.
That's...
Excuse me, what the fuck?
What?
Well... I've heard family's important. You know, I'm gonna insight check this.
Make an insight check.
Oh wait, my dice. I have my dice here.
I love that that's Goo's response. Excuse me, what the fuck?
Yeah, it registers an insight check, even though she's not lying.
You can make an insight
It's
check
all
too.
one too. I'm
That's what's that? Plus 9?
16.
17.
I mean, Ophilia's telling the truth.
Well, I've heard family's important. Yeah, I think we can spare the trip.
For Florence, family is everything.
Alright, so you guys are going to make a detour to Lunaris?
Yep.
Are you going to tell the Empire that you're making a detour to Lunaris?
It's only a week, but
prob-
we should.
Probably should.
Okay.
Could we not go to Nightshan first?
I prefer not.
Besides, according to this map, it seems like Lunaris is closer. Hopefully, we can get this done. And make sure she's alright, and then get on with business.
Alright. For sake of expediency, 2 of you can make me a persuasion roll, or 1 can make me a persuasion roll at advantage.
Who's got the highest persuasion?
We're both about to sing the same thing.
Balak! It's Balak, isn't it?
Alright, well, which one of the people that are here, of the 3 people here, are gonna make that persuasion roll?
I have a plus
I have a
3.
I have a
Sec.
0.
Give me a second. Let me log into Roll20 and roll my
Oh
dice
my
for the
god,
day.
David.
Let me roll my dice for the day.
We're on a time crunch, David.
I'm sorry.
Good.
My favorite part about all of this is that she's in, like, powered down robot mode.
Jordan is now offline.
Jordan.
Kinda.
Okay.
What am I gonna do? I'm not here.
Yes,
he
you
is-
are.
no,
Be
he
quiet,
ain't.
Jordan.
He's being good, he's paying attention, that's all I can ask.
Load up the sheet. Load up the sheet. Okay.
Oh wow, you got a natural
That's a
20.
nice fate.
Would
I'm
you
gonna
like to
use
use
that.
it to try to persuade the Empire?
Yeah.
Alright, so with a natural 20, while the Emperor is a bit disheartened, especially at your newfound alliance, he understands that you need to put your group first. He will still supply you with what you need to get you across the continent quickly, under the condition that you basically swear you will undertake Nightshan as soon as possible.
Yep.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, okay. So you guys will get the supplies that you need for travel. You guys will begin the journey then?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
One last favor also. If that's fine with everyone.
What's that?
Please don't refer to me at all when we get there. I don't want to draw any attention to them.
Of course.
And she puts on the mask. Please call me Adele Blackthorn, if that's fine.
I like that.
Alright. So, you guys begin the trek towards Linares. Making your way out of the Empire, you're given your mounts, given food for them for the journey.
Just get horses?
You get horses, yes.
Cool.
I hug it.
It seems a bit weirded out, but it'll stand there enjoying the hug. All right, so as you guys begin pushing out onto the continent, it's many days of quiet as you're making your way through, but not a welcoming quiet, a dead silence. Mm-hmm. The forest itself seems to have no real life teeming in it as you make your way through. You don't get greeted by the natural sounds of bugs and birds as you make your way across.
By the way, can I store like spells in it on the way there?
Yeah. Which stores are you gonna spell on your ring?
Do I have to cast them or?
You have to cast them and put them into the ring.
I'll put one counter spell.
I believe you can have up to 5th level, so that's 3rd level.
5th, yep. One feather fall.
Okay.
And I guess fuck it, put in another feather.
Okay, so 2 feather falls and a counter spell.
Yep.
Alright. So as you channel it, you watch as the symbols atop the ring begin to glow, and as it gets full, all the runes are currently glowing. Anyway, you guys push on for about a week and a half unimpeded. It's boring as you guys make your way through. Conversations are had. Very poor food in the form of rations is cooked.
My favorite.
As you guys push on, nearing about the end of the 2nd week, Ezreal, you get a message from Nakax inquiring as to your whereabouts. You're muted.
What's the name of the city again?
You're heading to?
Yes.
Linares.
We're heading to Lunaris at the moment. Why?
Can Nakax respond back?
So as as the spell scroll burns in your hand.
Oh. Okay.
You can have Tala do it for you.
I mean, if I don't get a message back, I'll probably realize that.
So you will know they're going to Linares. Do you want Talon to respond with any sort of message back?
I mean, it depends on how long he's quiet, because I'll be like, oh yeah, he can't message me back.
His power is off.
It'd probably be a good while of panic and what do I do? So that'll probably happen for a good minute before I look over Talon.
You'll still get a message back from Talon as Nakax is panicking, saying, Ezreal, Nakax is having a panic attack. I don't know what to do. Do I give him treats? Do I give him a hug? What do I do?
Yeah, it's my boy. Saying dumb shit in times of critical panic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he can't message. Shit. Give him a hug, say it's for me. I'll message him in a moment.
Alright, so Talon will, as you're panicking, Nakax come over and hug you.
This
is from Ezreal.
Oh. All right. Sorry.
He says, yeah, she says, calm down. That's all she said.
She's right. I'm just trying to figure out what I need to say back to her.
Well, where, did you figure out where they're going?
Luminaris.
Oh. I mean, you know where they are. Couldn't you, like, go there and just meet them there?
I could. Honestly, I'm thinking about a few different things. But, I'll probably go off somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, all right. I'll send. Do you want me to message her?
At the very least, just let her know that someone will be watching for their coming.
Okay.
That'll be enough.
All right. So you'll get another message from Talon. Ezreal it says he's calm now. He says he'll be sending somebody to meet you. That's what you get.
Is that all? Is never mind. I suppose if he doesn't want me to message him, I'll look forward to whatever he's got planned.
She says she looks forward to whatever you have planned.
Yeah. We have everything done about that spell, right? Everything is...
Yeah, everything's good. I'm gonna start making some scrolls for it once you take off.
Yeah. I'll need to talk to my sister for a minute, and I'll go see her.
Yep. So from solo campaign string of events, Subis will teleport you to Lunaris. With a little bit of hardship, as she's never actually been there. And you will be behind, and you will be getting ready to do what you're gonna do.
Okay.
As for the rest of you, you guys continue to push on. Another week goes by, and while you don't encounter any sort of trouble, you start to see remnants of areas where the actual earth itself is becoming this soft, very loosely packed areas, almost like a swamp kind of terrain as you're making your way through. Stepping through it, it's this oddly congealed mess. It doesn't even feel like you're really treading on ground. It's almost like you're treading on flesh as you push your way through. Around the end of the week, as you guys are setting up your camp, you hear what sounds like the soft rattling of chains. Large chains. Just somewhere off in the distance.
What is that?
No.
I have no idea. Do I recognize the surrounding area at all?
With 3 weeks travel, you guys would be around here. Make a survival roll.
My specialty, big yes. 25.
Is my microphone sounding really loud, or is it just the reading? Start talking.
Well, it's the outside that's worrying me because it's...
I mean, you sound fine. You sound like you always do.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know if it was me because I thought I definitely heard my roommate was shouting in the background. So.
Gotcha. No, you're good. Anyway. 25. You're definitely somewhere in the vicinity of Falkirk. You recognize the area a bit. Though most of your time was spent in the town, you did venture out of it from time to time. And you recognize this as being close to it. You were close by.
Do the sounds of chains sound like they're coming from that direction?
With that survival, no. Sounds like it's coming directly. It sounds like it's coming west from where Falkirk is.
Okay. Do I know an estimate of how far I am from there?
Roughly, if you were to turn right now and make your way there, roughly you're looking at about 4 days.
Okay, never mind.
It's hard. I'm saying even with the 25, it's a
know.
bit difficult as the terrain is not as you remember it. And it would be 4 days in the opposite direction, as well.
Well, it's 4 days south,
Yeah,
but not a different direction.
Yeah.
Opposite.
different direction. Sorry.
Never mind.
So that's what you guys hear. It does not sound like it's getting closer. There's just the occasional little.
I do have a question. If I cast silence centered around myself, will I be able to block out that noise? Or
Yeah.
will I still hear it? Okay.
You go ahead and you. All of a sudden, everything around you guys goes even more deathly silent than it was.
I mean, I would try to, like, kind of distance myself.
It's a 20-foot radius.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
All right. But you guys will get some rest. The next morning, you still hear, as you come to, you will still hear that.
What is that?
Yeah. But you guys can choose to continue on and push away from it if you'd like to.
We go beat up the giant mongoloid that is wearing the chains.
Are you guys going to make your way to it?
No.
Okay.
No.
How far away does it sound again?
To Linares?
No, to...
Falkirk, about 4 days.
Oh, it's at... The chains are at Falkirk.
No.
No.
With that survival roll, if you were to break southwest, the 25, I'd say you could gauge you're maybe 2.5 days away from wherever that sound is, which is incredibly impressive considering you're hearing a light rattling of chains 2.5 days away.
Come on down to the world's largest chainsaw.
And it wouldn't necessarily, and as a note, it actually wouldn't necessarily be off the path to Linares. It may be at about a half a day's travel to get to Linares.
Who wants to say that's the caravan?
Well, as a note, the noise has not gotten further and has not gotten closer. It seems like the sound is very stagnant.
What should we do?
Well, if it's not moving, not gonna go anywhere and destroy anything else, but I don't know what it is.
I'm gonna go get something just in case. Be right back.
I say we keep going.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We also are probably gonna have to take a detour on the way back. My house is about half a week that way. And, yeah.
We visiting everyone's houses now?
I guess so, Ophilia.
So what did we decide?
We're still going to Lunis.
Okay. All right. So then I will.
My
not need
Little
this.
Pony.
So then I will not need this for right now.
And then I've said that we're probably going to take a detour to Falkirk on the way back.
Okay.
Do you mind if I quiet? Do you mind if I silence again?
Not at all.
All right, so as you go ahead and begin pushing on, continuously casting silence because it does not last very long.
Yeah.
Eventually, as you guys are pushing on, it's there. So, as you guys set up camp, the chains are louder.
I hate this. What is it?
It might be something we need to take care of now.
I was looking at where I put it on the map, and you guys moved closer to it. I told you it's only about it would only add about a half a day's travel from Lunaris, so you guys are traveling in its general direction. So you did get closer.
But it's southwest of something that's already west of Lunaris.
I'm gonna show you the unedited because I actually have the map. Okay.
Okay, did you just make the map again?
I had to make a different map because of I had to put different things on here that I wasn't gonna allow you guys to see. Okay, so here's Falkirk. Here's Lunaris.
Okay.
Southwest because of that 25.
That's southeast.
Oh, did I get my right is east? No. Hang on. No, left is east. Right is west.
I thought you said west.
The fucking
right
is
to
down
the right,
south or is down
right.
is
so this
or
is
is it down north?
south, and then west. Remember, my camera's flipped.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Remember, my camera's flipped.
You can.
So this
you
is
can
south,
do
and
it-
this is
you
traveling
can-
west.
I
This
know.
is traveling west away from this
You can
one.
input a command on Zoom to make your camera the right way.
But
Yeah.
That's what I have.
Disregard.
the thing is, disregard that because it comes up normal on Mixer for all of us.
Oh, okay, good. So here's where Falkirk is. This is where you guys were about there when you started hearing it. I without roughly where my finger is. Okay? And you guys are heading to Lunaris. In order to get to Lunaris, you guys are heading in a line and making your way slightly south. You know that sound was coming from the southwest and is about roughly half a day's travel away from Lunaris. So I'm not going to show you exactly where it is. So in the path that you're moving, you have gotten closer to it.
Question is, do you want to step in that mess or no?
Nope. I personally don't.
Okay. Yeah. No.
And as you were traveling and as you've gotten closer, the ground has become difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm. So it's Liberty Prime, is it?
Hi, Fiona.
The only good bug
Fallout
is a
references.
Dead bug.
Okay. Okay.
All right. But you guys can continue on. You after taking like 5 minutes of listening, you realize that again it is not getting closer. It is not getting further.
Okay.
Should we?
Listen, whatever it is, it's not moving.
Yeah.
It'll be there when we get done. I can assume the worst, but if it's something that powerful, I don't know what it is, but
What if it needs help?
I don't think it's something that's alive. I assume it's some kind of machine being guarded by way too many people.
Maybe.
All right. So you guys are gonna push on. All right.
Yes.
So it's about 3 more days. It's about 3 days later. and because this would be about the time that you guys would have to fully start your southward descent, it is getting louder as you make your way down, which is starting to worry you, as the ground hasn't changed too much. But you also realize that this is, because looking at the map, whatever this thing is near the epicenter of 4 separate towns. But but you push on, and as you do so, you start to hear what sounds like gurgling. Very, very soft and very, very low.
Oh, that's it. The Earth has indigestion. Okay.
He solved the puzzle, guys. He's done it.
Well, to be fair, you're not necessarily wrong. If those creatures that you've encountered before, they have supposedly come up from the Earth.
He needs some milk.
Milk.
No, I'm talking about those goo monsters that the only way you can hit them is if you have a level 3 spell or higher.
Yeah.
Although the chains are still worrying.
Ezreal,
Yeah.
might I ask you to, send to somebody?
Yeah, but
I should probably message the Emperor and tell him that, this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
okay, yeah. I can do that. So I'll send to the Emperor, I suppose.
Okay.
There's something strange near insert name of town.
Linares.
There's something strange near Linares. There's chains and gurgling and I think we need to take care of it or do something. That's it.
Okay. I'll say, it's Lunaris. That's a bit out of Empire territory. I'm afraid there's not really much we can do about it. That's what you get.
He can't do anything.
Yeah. You guys are basically in the heart of the Daywalkers territory right now.
Fuck them. I hate them. Stupid hippo people.
Chris, that's racist!
Yeah, well, they're fat and they're ugly and they shoot things. And that's all you care.
You still like me, don't you?
You don't shoot things.
That's true.
You shoot things out of your hands sometimes.
Alright. So, you guys are going to continue pushing on? Mm-hmm. Okay. You guys go ahead and begin, and you guys continue your trek. Reaching towards the end of the month, you start to see a gathering of those creatures, the Erupt, ignoring you completely. You hesitate for a moment as you see more of these wolf and blob-like creatures. And they take notice of you, and then completely ignore you. So much so to the point that within 5 feet of them, as there's a large gathering, even within 5 feet of them, they don't attack you.
That's
And
not disconcerting at all.
they seem to be herding towards a location.
Is it towards the direction of where
It
the
is. It is
chains
toward the direction of the chains.
Take some bags.
We should message the emperor. That
We
sounds like,
tried that. He said he couldn't do anything.
but we can tell them that whatever these things are, they're going towards the chains.
I have to go now.
All right, bye, Chris.
Bye, Chris.
Love you. Goodbye.
I wanted to hopefully see the introduction of Nekex Quebecax.
You
But
can just
fine.
watch the stream.
I will.
Yeah. All right, man. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
See ya. And now it's 3.
Well, I was leaving the leadership up to Goo because of the chains. Freaking
Well, actually,
out.
technically, it's so you still have Block and Goo.
Yeah, that's true.
I will try to input as best as I can as them. If you want to ask for advice.
I think we need to take care of this. We need to do something. We need to at least see what's going on.
Oh, Avlako. Okay. We should probably be careful about it, though, if a lot of these things are moving towards it.
Yeah, maybe if we get too close, then they'll, kill us.
Yeah, maybe we just, take back and just see and just look at it and see what's
Wait.
going on.
Wait, I think I have something for this. And how can I try and scout with Arcane Eye if possible?
You could. It would take a while to get. You're still a bit of the ways out. Jordan, no.
What?
Jordan died too. All right, it's a 2-man stream. No.
The 2-man.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. I apologize for the people.
It would take a little bit. And when I say herding, by the way, I don't mean that there's like a massive number of them. There's maybe 10 or 11 of them that are moving towards one location.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this isn't like, oh my god, this is like an armada or anything. This is just seems to be a small gathering that is herding towards a location. Anyway. It would take you getting a little closer. I believe Arcane only lasts for 8 hours.
Let me check. Arcane Eye. 1 hour.
1 hour. So it would take you guys getting a little closer.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys would like to push for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are the
All
majority.
goes-
You guys are the voters now.
If it goes bad, we make a run for it. Got it?
Got it.
Yeah. You guys will push on towards the sound, and the chains get louder and louder, and the gurgling gets louder and louder. So it takes about a day before you reach it.
Mm-hmm.
But as you get there, you see, as you start to push on, the floor itself has turned from damp and disgusting to just foulness. The odor coming off of it is absolutely repulsive. So much so to the point that even like plugging your nose and trying your hardest to breathe, you can taste the air here.
Ah, the lair.
It's very reminiscent of when you were in the Underdark. As you continue to push forward, you start to see this huge mass of chained flesh that is just slurping this disgusting goo and excrement onto the ground underneath it. There are a series this chained flesh is held with a series of different chains that are locked and anchored to different points in the ground. And you can see that this thing seems to be able to writhe and move in the space. I'd like everybody to give me a stealth roll, please. And I will roll for Gu and Volok. They both rolled really well, even without modifiers.
I'll
That
re-roll that.
That is a 4.
I'll take the 15.
You'll take the 15. And a 4 for Luke. Do you want to give her portent?
Let's see what my portent says for the day. Hello.
Hey,
Would you
sure.
like to...
Yeah, sure. I'll give
Alright.
it to.
So what you guys see... And we're going to take a quick break here as soon as I show you the picture. What you guys see is this.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
And we're gonna take a quick break.
Yay. Slash not. Yay.
We'll be back shortly. I just have to go take care of a few things. But yeah, be back soon.
Absolutely.
Jordan.
All I have is this feed of everyone talking shit about Karen.
Yeah, dude.
Who
Karen
needs to
is-
see a manager right this instant?
Excuse me. Can I speak to the manager?
Karen from Facebook.
Karen from Facebook. Yeah, we're back. Sorry to all the Karens out there.
Does
At
that
least
mean
the
you're
decent
manager,
ones.
Eric?
At least the decent ones. What?
Does that mean you're the manager, Eric?
Maybe.
I am the adult.
So anyway, we get back into it, and I will go ahead and move you guys onto the page.
Oh, we're going into battle mode.
I
No,
mean,
we're not.
you could be.
No. We're leaving. We're leaving.
We're leaving. We're leaving.
Ooh.
We're leaving.
I gotta find the page.
Hold on a minute. This is
We're
really
leaving.
important. This is really important. The DM's got to show off.
We're still leaving, guy. All right, marching order, please.
Back.
Guess I'm in the front.
All right, with Valak.
Yeah, they're just a little bit behind Malak.
All right, and then Gu and Bosco. Or Bosco will be a little bit behind because he can walk now. Let's go ahead and move. Shaboopy, Shaboop, Shabippy, Shaboopy.
Yeah, we're leaving. We're leaving. We're leaving. We're leaving.
So this is what you guys see.
It's not what we're gonna see for long because we're fucking out of there.
So as you guys, just as a quick description, because you guys did like come up and see it. You don't have to go into combat, but you see a number of the erupt that are currently surrounding this mass of wriggling, riling flesh. And you notice that they seem to be enamored by it. So much so that, disgustingly enough, you see that the erupt are feasting off of this thing's excrement.
No, they're not.
They are.
Oh no. Do I know what this thing is?
This is interesting. Oh, let me go to battle mode real quick so the folks at home can see what's going on here.
We're the Planeteers. You
Let's
can
make
be
it. So
one
here's
too.
the party, everyone, and then here's the creature and the other creatures. Make a Arcana. No. Make a religion roll.
I will also make the religion. I am not.
Oh my god, hang on.
I do not-
27.
27. I will read you an excerpt from the monster manual.
Oh boy.
Hang on, let me get my I don't have my notes out. I'll just type it in here. Alright.
Ready?
Yep.
Thought to be as old as the abyss itself, Cybrexes haunt remote parts of the plane, where they use their vile abilities to breed new horrors and apprehend forbidden lore. Revolts of blood and bile cascade from a Cybrex's body. Where these noxious fluids hit the ground, the landscape becomes polluted.
Wait, it makes armies? Is this where the Eruptor coming from?
Okay. I'm going to send to the Emperor.
So you're casting a spell?
After we get out of here.
Are you casting a spell?
After we get out of here.
Okay.
Well, I guess we gotta stealth it, huh?
You have to stealth it. Give me some stealth checks.
That is a 14.
Ooh. Okay. Baby Bosco.
Reroll that shit. Oh no! I'll take the 9.
I'll take that 9. Alright, so we've got Gudra.
Nice.
And we got Balakis.
Bullock.
Okay. So it's 2 failures and 2 successes. Call high or low.
Luke, decide our fate right now.
Low.
I heard 2 responses. High or low?
Hi.
That's a 2.
So, as you attempt to make your way, to stealth your way away from the situation,
You gotta go. We 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 gotta go.
as
We gotta go.
Ophilia,
Mhm.
your cloak gets caught in one of the low-hanging branches of a dead tree. And as you kind of reach down and start to pull it, you pull, and there is an audible shh. And you watch as the Erupt take notice of that, as does the Cybrex. Everyone roll initiative.
Run. 10.
Ophelia gets a 10. All right. Who do you want to play? Jordan? Balakis or Gu?
I have a little bit of experience with monks, so I'll take Goo.
All right, so you'll play Gudra.
I hate my life.
I thought we were gonna spy this with Arcane Eye, to be honest.
You could have.
I mean, like,
But
that's what
that's
what I said.
All right.
That's what he said.
I'm tired, man. I'm sorry. So we can do that instead, if you would like to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, point of note. So we'll stop this. So you cast your Arcane Eye.
Mhm.
You get this information. The Erupt turn and seem to be staring directly at it.
Okay then. I think they can see me.
So they know that. So you get the sense they know that that's there. And one of them is starting to, and one of these bigger ones is starting to move towards it.
So I get all the information we needed, right? So I just turn it
You
off.
get this information. You could get more if you got closer, but for this, yes, you get this information from it.
Mhm.
However, you also notice that one of them is beginning to follow the eye.
Eye to the Oberith, or
No, it's following. It's going towards where your Arcane Eye is,
oh.
which I'm just gonna say is where I put you guys.
Mhm.
Adele, maybe you should drop the spell for now.
I'm gonna drop the spell.
All right. All right. So you guys go ahead and drop the eye. Apologies, I forgot about the Arcane Eye. I'm tired, man. I'll go sleep.
It's a lo-fi session today.
Lo-fi session.
Yeah.
Okay. My mistake, folks. I'm sure he said it earlier, and I just completely forgot.
Yeah.
You said we'd have to get closer, but
Yes.
not that close. Okay.
You would have to get relatively close, but not that close. Because if it only lasts for an hour, I believe it only moves at a speed of 20.
30.
Oh, yeah, you would have had to get pretty close.
Mhm.
So you wouldn't have to get that close, though.
Uh,
Alright, so that's what you guys get. So that's the information you guys gather.
Okay, I'd still like to call up Mr. Emperor over here.
Okay, so you'll let him know?
Yeah.
Alright. He will thank you for the information, but state again there's nothing he can do as it's Daywalker territory.
Oof.
So you guys want to push on to Lunaris then?
Yeah.
Okay. Jordan,
Yes, sir.
roll me a d20.
Oh, this will go well.
Mhm.
Give me that low roll, baby. Uh-huh.
Okay. Good
No,
to know.
Gil rolled the 8.
It was Goo that rolled the 8. Alright, I will go ahead and remove Goo from your control.
Okay.
No more Gudra. Oh wait, whoops. Hang on. I deleted the wrong character. I removed Chris from Goo. Yeah, guys, sorry,
Hear
but
that, Chris?
sorry.
Goo's mine. You can't have him anymore.
Yeah, sorry, but you know, Goo is now Jordan's character.
Yes, it's that character's never coming back.
Yeah.
That guy's
Yep.
never coming back. Lol.
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 Epic.
So as you guys go ahead and push forward, the rattling does not stop. It seems to remain consistent as you eventually make your way into Lunaris. However, the moment you cross the border into Lunaris, it stops. It's almost as if you've hit a barrier as you make your way in. Now, immediately what you notice as you make your way in is the number of armed military personnel who are not stopping you, but keeping an incredibly close watch on you as you enter.
Mm-hmm.
The town itself seems to be in a state of military control. Everyone is being watched. There are, as you're walking, you see a shatter, someone going around that is saying, "Free time beginning in 10 minutes. Get your entertainment in while you can. You are then to return to your homes. Anyone who is caught defying this order will be seen as an enemy of the Daywalkers and be summarily executed." And the shouter goes around town, continuing that same speech.
That's no fun, is it?
God, that's barbaric.
As you begin pushing in and as this thing is going on, you see a number of individuals that are walking through. A lot of the military personnel do not seem to be taking any offense to you at the moment as you have just come in from outside. However, one individual approaches you. Elven individual, and that's in those same garbs, that comes over and says, "Travelers, I presume it'd be best if you at least stick to the alleyways until free time has started, just in case."
The Daywalkers, they control this place, I assume.
Yes, we do. As do we control a number of towns on the continent.
Well, I appreciate the warning.
And of course, you strike us as, or at least you strike me as the more mercenary type. I don't see you. Well, either way, just for now. And he'll kind of lead you over to an alleyway, where you guys will just be sitting for about 10 minutes. As you hear a series of bells go off, you see some people begin warily exiting their homes and begin making their way onto the streets. It seems like as soon as the bell has been rung, that's when the town comes to life. Otherwise, it was essentially a ghost town when you walked in.
So are people only allowed to go out during free time, or...?
That's correct. We've had a number of instances of rather distasteful individuals attempting to make trouble. Some of them have seemingly been dispatched before we've had the opportunity to intervene. Welcomed, but vigilantism must be tempered.
Vigilantism?
There might be some individuals here who are seeking to take order and law into their own hands. That's our job.
Well,
As I said, it is not wholeheartedly unwelcomed, but it must be tempered.
Yeah.
There are regulations that must be met.
well, that certainly is awful. I would never want to see that sort of thing happen.
That's good. I'm glad you understand what it is to be within our midst. But please, enjoy Lunaris.
Uh, so are we now out of earshot of
If
any
you
of the...
if you'd like to be.
Alright. There's heroes here. That's so cool! Are they rebelling against this system, do you think?
I think it's more dealing with troublemakers. And by the way, like, I have the mask on, like, before we
Yeah,
entered.
I assumed as much.
Yeah, but you said never let me assume, so...
Well, considering you said you put on the mask before you left the Empire,
Yeah.
like, this is not a situation where I assumed. This is a situation where I figured you'd been traveling with the mask this entire time.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna send you something on Discord real quick.
Cool, cool.
Ow.
You okay?
That was my wrist. No problem.
Oh. A little bit of a problem.
No, it's good. Do 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 do. Everyone's going quiet.
Got it. Okay, that's all I needed. Anyway, making your way into the town proper. Lunaris is a beautiful town. As a matter of fact, it's one of the nicer towns that you've seen in a long time. The structures here are well built. People, though scared, do seem to have a fluid community here, at least for the time that they have together. The streets themselves are incredibly well kept. As you can see that there are a number of daywalkers that are going around cleaning up, making sure everything is tidy. You can see that there are barkers that are in the process of returning to their stalls, which, as they return, you notice that there have been guards, daywalker guards, that have been posted around them, keeping them safe. And as they return, the guards break away, seemingly going into different spots just to keep a watch. But there are people who are freely open to peddle whatever wares they see fit, so long as it's nothing too blacklisted. There are a number of different shops as well here that are set up. And for you, Ophilia, while it's different, it's a sight you remember. Though definitely not as strict as it was when you were growing up here.
If you guys want, I can show you guys around.
That'd be nice.
All right. So you know that well, not many. There are a few shops here. There's the Forgotten Thread, which is a clothing shop that runs in the town. You had been there a few times. You know the proprietor is named Avi Vazak.
Mm-hmm.
There's also Highbore's Armory, which you didn't frequent too much. You just kind of gave it a cursory glance as you'd pass by. But you know it to be the armory in town. You can purchase different armors and weapons there. Something interesting that catches your... a few things catches your eye as you're walking past. One of them appears to be a temple that has been recently built in the town. You notice that emblazoned beautifully in the top of the entryway is the symbol of Ilmater. You can see that there is a human male who is outside, who is in purple and white clothing, who seems to be jauntily welcoming people into the temple, seemingly coming in for either prayer or service to the temple. Another thing new that you see is this very dark, almost broken out of place looking shop. It's hard to even call it that, as the structure itself is incredibly worn and looks like it's seen a lot of use. And fittingly, you see across the top, scrawled in very nice filigree, which seems to contrast the outside, it says the detonated shed.
The detonated shed. Now I'm curious. I want to go in there.
So Ophilia quickly makes her way towards the destroyed building. Hang on, I gotta send a message to
Rick.
Jordan. Make a perception roll.
All right. And we'll do it.
So you're kind of keeping a watch, looking around, making your way across the town.
Mm-hmm.
You've kind of gotten used at this point. You've kind of gotten used to the free time around here. It's weird, but it's orderly in some ways. You've seen that there are a number of individuals who have broken, but you've also noticed the horrors of when people break the rules here. And it's not a quiet execution. You are essentially executed on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
But you're making your way through, keeping a watch, making sure everything is okay. So you guys make your way into the exploded shed. Or the detonated shed. The exploded shed was the original name I wanted to go with. As you make your way in, you find the interior contrasts the exterior heavily. The interior is very well kept with a series of different firearms on display inside. You can see that there is a workbench set up towards the center of the shop, where a human man is currently in the process of sketching down a series of different things onto a vast number of blueprints. You can see that he's currently not paying attention. He has auburn hair that is messily tied up. You can see that he is wearing very fine and very well kept looking clothing, with an apron around his waist and over his neck. You can see that there are soot marks across it, though you get the sense that those are probably recent. And he has his back to you right now and is currently just in the process of dipping a quill and going back to writing.
Is anyone else here, or?
You notice that there are a few of the daywalkers who are kind of in the process of perusing, seemingly in the process of getting ready to purchase something for themselves.
Okay then. Did anyone else join me here, or is it just me?
Ezreal? Hello?
Lucas.
You're muted. Can't hear you. Try again. There it is. I can hear you. I can hear you now. I heard you for a second. Nope. What is happening?
Yeah.
Everything's falling apart.
Hello?
Falling apart. Falling apart.
Yeah, I was gonna say just use your phone. Might be better. So we'll say the group joined you for right now. The group joined you. Hello?
Luke.
Lucas.
Luke.
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 Lag. And frozen. Yay! Would it be a Falls Day May stream without technical difficulties?
Alright.
There we go, I can hear you. Okay, go ahead.
You were showing us around, right?
Yeah, and she is beelined straight for the detonated shed.
Oh, yeah, I'd follow.
Alright, so you can see that there's a human individual who's in the process of sketching in the middle of the room. There's some of the daywalkers that are perusing the wares inside. What would you like to do?
I guess I'll check around.
All right. So as you're kind of going through, you notice that there are a number of different crafted flintlocks, each seemingly painted to give off a different style to them.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that there are 2 muskets for sale, that are currently chained up on the back wall. And interestingly enough, in a series of boxes, you see what look like these thin red sticks with pieces of slicked rope coming off the top of them.
Is there?
Oh no. Oh no.
Use magic device.
They don't call it the exploded shack for nothing, guys.
The detonated shed.
The shed.
The explosion shack.
And then there's of course a number of pieces of shot for sale, as well as powder, as well as small packages and big barrels of gunpowder.
Yeah, too bad none of us.
This is not a very safe work environment.
Is there a hogshead of gunpowder?
No, there is not.
Darn it.
Dude, it sucks that none of us are fucking gun wielders. Cool.
Would you like to speak to the proprietor?
Yeah.
All right, so you go over to him. You can see he actually has glasses that have several magnification levels of magnification on them.
This better be Victor, else
it's not
upset.
Victor. You go over to him. As he looks over, you see he has a bit of stubble growing in, because probably hasn't shaven in a while. As he looks at you, you see he has very deep brown eyes that look at you as he kind of gives you a warm smile and says, welcome to the detonated shed. What can I do for you?
I was wondering what those are, and then I point at the dynamite.
He tells you exactly that. Oh, that's some dynamite over there, my friend. It's a special thing that I've come up with. If you light that fuse at the end of it and throw it in a direction, it blows up and can cause quite a bit of damage to anything caught in the vicinity.
Ah, interesting. How much?
For one of those, we'll call it 45 gold.
That's actually not bad. How many are there?
Looking about in the case, there appears to be about 50.
Give me the whole crate.
Ah! Let's see here. You said 45 apiece, right?
45
Eric?
apiece.
I'll give him 180.
Okay. So you get 4. So he will go over, carefully open the case, and retrieve 4 sticks of dynamite and give you a leather pouch to keep them in. Now, just be careful with those, all right? Bit finicky. Probably don't keep fire next to them.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll shut the case and relock it. And is there anything else I can do for you folks while we're here?
Actually, before he shuts it,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna get in on a couple.
So he'll start closing it. You wanna? Sure. How many are you looking for?
Just 2.
2. All right, 90 gold pieces. Go ahead and hand it over to you. And I'll kind of look about and says, you're an odd group, aren't you? I don't think I've seen you folks around town. Where are you from?
We're from a whole bunch of different places.
Ah, travelers. I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you need anything else, let me know. My name's Reese, by the way.
You from here, or?
Yeah, born and raised. Just recently, though, once the Daywalkers came in, I started getting more of a fascination with black powder, and I gotta say, it's awesome what you can do with this stuff.
Yeah, we have a friend who's pretty good with that stuff.
Oh, do you? Is he with you?
Nah, he's not with us at the moment.
Oh,
But
that's a shame.
He left a while ago.
Oh, okay. Well, if you ever see him, let me know. I'd love to talk to him, see if I can pick his brain a little bit. I've been looking for ways on how to improve some of these things. And if that's all, I'm just gonna go back to drawing, if that's all right. You need anything else? Purchasing anything else?
That'll be fine.
All right. Like I said, give me a call if you need anything. And he'll go over to the table and kind of begin drawing again. Unless there's anything else you guys like to do here.
I guess we're done here.
All right, give me another perception roll, Jordan.
Hmm?
13. As you're kind of making your way through, you're not noticing anything yet, kind of cautiously making way, though you swear you see what looks like the back of Ezreal's mantle that seems to disappear into the crowd.
So you think if I light this with my firebolt, I can like blow stuff up?
It would cost an action to cast firebolts, which I'm assuming there's an action to throw a thing.
It is an action to
so-
throw. It is an action to. So you can use a simple flint to light it, but if you use a spell to light it, it will be lit and stuck in your hand.
Hang on. What about Sacred Flame? That's
Lit and stuck in your hand.
Never mind.
And its
Although
radiant
Sacred Flame
damage
is
is not
radiant
really
damage,
fire. At worst, what you probably do is you make like the gunpowder like plop out of it.
Yeah.
It's heist time. It's Western heist time, boys.
Let's
But,
rewind time.
If I happen to see that mantle, I'll go ahead and see if I can't start roaming the street.
Okay.
I'm assuming no one's known me yet.
Yeah. No one's really known who you are yet, and you're
All right.
making your way across. The last store of note that you see is called the Expanded Weave.
Mm-hmm.
Your brother would come here a lot, actually, Ophilia, as this is the only magic shop in town. Small, and doesn't really carry a whole lot. But your brother would come here on occasion to see what new magical wares are for sale, and if possible, maybe acquire a scroll or two.
I'll go check it out.
Alright, so you guys will push on into the Expanded Weave. As you arrive, you are welcome to a quaint little shop with a few different items on display. You can see that there is a bronze dragonborn female who is manning the front of the store. She is currently in the process of what looks to be categorizing a few things in a small box. As she kind of shuts it and puts it away underneath there, she says, well, hello. Welcome to the Expanded Weave. What can I do for you today? My name is Vatex.
Pleasure to meet you.
My pleasure.
It's Adele.
Adele, a pleasure. And you, madam?
Ezreal.
Ezreal. Oh, beautiful name.
Thank you.
And of course, Valak and Ghoul introduce themselves. And she says, "And what are you looking for today? Anything in particular?"
Just perusing, but what do you have to offer?
Well, I don't have much. I do have a few things. She goes over to one of the shelves and begins showing you. She shows you. She pulls this silvered rod with two stallion heads at the sides of it. She says, "Well, this item is a very interesting one. As I will show you." She goes ahead and she holds it in midair and clicks a button. And as she releases it, the rod stays in place and just holds itself there in the air. And she says, "This is made with a special enchantment that allows it to, once it's locked in place," and you see, she twists the lock, and she's like, "You, my good man, would you like to try moving it?" She goes, yeah, let me see it. And I'll attempt a strength roll, and I'll attempt an athletics roll. And even with a 23, you see him, it's not moving. She reaches up and clicks the button and puts it back on the shelf.
How much would that be?
1,350 gold for that. She goes over to this. She goes ahead and pulls a hat off of the shelf. She says, "This has a property that allows the wearer to take on a new form, or the illusion of a new form when it's worn."
How much for that?
1,300.
Can I test how effective it is?
It does require the user to attune to it. Though, are you an arcanist?
Yeah.
Do you have the ability of identification?
Yeah.
She'll go ahead and hold it out to you, allowing you to cast Identify on it if you'd like to.
Okay, I'll cast Identify.
Alright, let me get the exact wording. Alright. While wearing this hat, you can use an action to cast the Disguise Self spell from it at will. The spell ends if the hat is removed. And because it does not set a DC, I would say it just goes off of your spell DC.
That is actually pretty cool, though.
I also have these. She picks up a set of stones from the shelf and says, "These are enchanted in such a way as to, if one recipient speaks into it and another person is on the other end, you can cast the spell Sending once a day."
We could have used that.
But it's once a day. You can't have extended phone call conversations.
She
Skype messages, limited Skype messages.
she puts them down, and she goes over, and now this she pulls off. She has a mannequin head on there that has what looks to be a circlet around the head. She says, "This item is enchanted in such a way that when worn, it boosts an individual's intelligence."
Can I identify that?
Of course. She'll hold it out to you. You cast Identify. This is a headband of intellect. While worn, a creature's intelligence becomes 19 and cannot be reduced in any way.
No, it makes me dumber! Fuck!
It would not
could
be
make
useful
someone- But it could make someone else smarter. It doesn't have to always be about you.
You want to be smart, Ezreal? No, give it to Malak. Make him a genius.
How much is it?
For this, it is 1,500 gold.
Look on the inside. Where's the HP one?
Right.
I'm going to start sending a message to Rick. Hey, Rick. There. I'm just going to see if Olak wants to purchase anything.
Although, I would like to get in on that horse head thing.
The immovable rod.
Yes.
Oh. She'll hold it out to you. It's, let me get the price again. 1,350 gold.
Alright, I'd pay it.
Alright, so go ahead and add an immovable rod to your inventory.
So what does the hat look like in for this Sky Self hat?
There is actually a picture for it. Give me 1 second.
It probably looks like a doofy wizard's hat. And I'll be so excited if it is.
Please not be a doofy wizard hat.
Please be a doofy wizard hat. Dang
Nope.
it!
Where is it?
Oh, look in Zoom.
Ooh, that actually looks pretty fucking cool.
Hey.
It has it's a pretty cool looking hat.
Yeah, so it changes like your entire appearance, right?
Yeah, and it gives you
Disguise
the
hat?
disguise self spell, and it removes the hat as well.
Ooh.
But once the hat is removed, then the disguise self wears off.
1,300, right?
For that, yes, 1,300.
I will take that, good sir.
Alrighty, so add a hat of disguise. It does require attunement.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead and add a disguise to it. Moving on to our more rarer selection. Hey, it's Rick.
Wait.
Yeah. Okay, so Rick, you're at a magic shop. She has sold the party so far an immovable rod and a hat of disguise. The other two things you have seen so far are sending stones and a headband of intellect.
Make Malak a genius. Make him the second smartest person in the party. Well, I think I should rage about right now.
So, are you interested in either of those items?
No.
Okay. So just going to go through this really quick. So she says, moving on to our more obscure items. We have this. She goes ahead and goes over to a case, and as she pulls it out, you see that there is a silvered ring inlaid with a jade at the top of it, and says, this has a unique property that, while attuned, will give you your body a hardier constitution against poisons. And she'll go over and pull a wand from it, which you can see it is a wand with what looks like a skull at the top of it. It says, "This is a very, very powerful enchantment that, when used, suppose I could just show you. Well, she's going to ask you, Ezreal, could I use this on you really quickly?"
Sure.
She will flick the wand, and your whole body will paralyze. And she'll end the spell.
Hold person, I'm guessing.
This is a Wand of Binding. If you'd like to identify it. Wand of Binding, it has 7 charges in it. You can cast Hold Person for 2 charges, or you can cast Hold Monster for 5 charges. Puts that down. And then I do have some more expensive items for sale, but they are a bit pricier, and one of them is a bit dangerous.
Dangerous? Ooh.
I like dangerous.
Danger.
Well, let's start with the one that's not so dangerous. She'll go ahead and she'll go over to behind the counter, and she'll pull up a very, very beautifully made carpet. Place it on the table. This carpet is enchanted with a very powerful enchantment. She'll unroll it and speak a command word, and you'll see the carpet will begin to float on the table. She'll speak it again, and it'll drop. This carpet has the ability to carry up to 600 pounds and can fly up to 40 feet at a time. It also, as you look at this carpet, it is 5 feet by 7 feet. It is a pretty large carpet. And for this, if you would be so interested, is 10,190 gold pieces. Now for, she goes ahead and she carefully reaches down and takes out an obsidian box, sets it on the table, and very gingerly lifts the top. And on the inside, you can see what looks to be a figurine of an obsidian horse. She gently and gingerly pulls it out and sets it on the table.
Nightmare horse time. Let's
Now,
go.
This figurine, when used, has the ability to summon a nightmare. It does not listen to you, nor is it loyal. However, whoever summons it can use it as a steed, but their moral compass has to be in a certain alignment for it to fully be utilized.
You have to be fucking evil.
Evil.
And what would that be?
This would be 8,900 gold pieces for this.
I mean, what kind of person would best be using this?
The nightmare has a few unique properties. It is able to fly. It also can aid you in combat. Go ahead and make a religion check to see what you know about nightmares.
I will also do that. Rick?
I know Valak is like, oh, this would be cool.
I know, I'm thinking.
Okay, let's shift my alignment to evil right now.
That's a natural 20.
Natural 20. So
Age
you know
would
that.
not help.
So you know that a nightmare has a few unique properties. Whoever is writing it gains resistance to fire damage. The nightmare also has a natural glow about it that sheds light wherever it goes. You also know that it can shift to the shift into the ethereal plane with up to 3 people. You also know that they are fiends and are typically of an evil alignment, and those who are lucky enough to get one to become one's rider are typically some of the most hated scum.
Bear in mind, I did go ahead and take a look at the text very quickly.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you can be fucking evil, but you can also be very neutral.
That's why I was saying, like, there's a chance that it will just refuse to cooperate. So 8,900, if you'd like this. Would you like to cast Identify on it, Ophilia?
Yeah.
Okay, let me go ahead and get the.
But it's a cool horse.
It's a cool horse that if you're at the wrong alignment, bad things happen. I will
But
not
it's
spoil.
cool.
Well, she's cast Identify, so she'll learn its properties. Obsidian Steed. This polished obsidian horse can become a nightmare for up to 24 hours. The nightmare fights only to defend itself. Once it has been used, it cannot be used again until 5 days have passed. If you're a good alignment, the figurine has a 10% chance each time you use it to ignore your orders, including a command to revert to figurine form. If you mount the nightmare while it's ignoring your orders, you and the nightmare instantly teleport to a random location on the plane of Hades, where the nightmare reverts to its figurine form.
Huh.
So if you're a nice person, the horse might have it good for you. Probably not good for you.
Is that where you're gonna be sold to fucking night hags as maggots? Great.
Teleport you to Hades.
Teleport
You
you to
become
Hades.
a maggot. Oof. Hey, I heard like the bazaar there is pretty fucking cool. Dude, there's a fucking restaurant the size of a city. I want to go there. That sounds cool.
Listen, nightmares. I don't think this is such a good idea, Ophelia. No, sorry.
But it's a
what was it?
cool
Adele.
horse.
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 Adele.
Volok?
You see, Vlad gives a big smile like, this could be fun.
Look. I don't know about this one.
You said it fights, right?
It fights to defend itself. It's very much a self-centered creature.
Sort of like somebody I know.
And now
Yeah, I don't know.
I do
I'll
have.
think about it.
There was also the carpet, if you'd be interested in that. I also have a number of potions for sale.
Lauren doesn't give us potions anymore.
Let's see, how am I on potions in my bag?
If we were a certain individual of a character that
Do you have any greater?
You see, as you ask that, her whole face seems to tense, and she kind of seems to get annoyed. No, I'm afraid I don't sell healing potions.
What kind of potions do you sell?
Please with me, and she'll go ahead and relock the cases. She'll gingerly put the obsidian steed away and put it back. And she'll walk over and she'll pull out a number of potions. You see one of them looks to be this caustic green color. She says, this one gives a property that once consumed allows the user to exhale acid. Similar to how we Dragonborn use our breath. And I believe it lasts for about a minute. She goes ahead and pulls out two potions at the same time. One of them is both of them are clear. One of them has a large iron bead in it. The other one has a swirling red mist inside. It says, this one, as she puts the iron bead forward, has a property that allows you to grow your stature once consumed. And this one, versely, reduces your stature once consumed.
That could be interesting.
We have this one. She goes ahead and pulls out a kind of like honey golden color potion. She says, this one has a property that when consumed allows you to fight off anything that would strike fear into your body, as well as giving you a small buffer when taking damage. By this point, Jordan, you have trailed them. You are just outside the door of the shop.
Any windows?
There are some windows.
I'm going to be keeping an eye
Roll.
off the...
Go ahead and roll stealth.
All right.
I say at advantage because they're currently kind of distracted by the shopkeep.
We're gonna beat Ezreal's passive perception of
This
death.
one, she goes ahead and she pulls out a light blue vial, which seems to have little bits of feather in it. She says, this potion, once consumed, gives the same property as this, as she points to the carpet, for an hour. So you get to, it's a potion of flying, basically. And then this...
With the flying carpet,
yes.
how many people could that hold? As you can see,
Up
I'm
to-
a very large
It
being.
holds up to 600 pounds, so it can hold as many people as 600 pounds will allow.
So me and one other person, basically.
Oh yeah, Rick, we bought dynamite.
Yes, they bought dynamite. Ophilia has 4 sticks, and Ezreal has 2 sticks.
Things go boom. That might actually scare Valak.
Nah, it's fine.
Are you interested in purchasing?
Let's see, how much is that one to make me grow?
The enlarge is 1,100 gold pieces.
And to reduce myself?
2,300 gold pieces. The reason being that it's much more of a process to shrink someone's form than it is to just give it a natural boost.
So with that, does it shrink me after so long?
It will. Once consumed, your form will shrink about 1 size smaller than you currently are. Very good for when you need to get into tight places.
I don't think we've been in that type of place where I couldn't fit.
Well, if that's the case.
And how much is that big one?
1,100 gold.
I will take that.
All right, 1 potion for you. I also have one other one. She goes ahead and she pulls out a much larger bottle. That is, the glass on the outside seems to be frosting over, and you notice a very sizable toenail that is inside of it. This potion has the ability that, once consumed, will give you the strength of a frost giant. Temporarily.
Ooh, I'll take that too.
This one is 4,300 gold.
That's a lot of money.
And how long does it last?
It lasts for an hour.
So what's the strength of a frost giant?
I
Isn't
am
it
pulling that up right now
I was gonna say, I think it's like a
'Cause-
22 or 24.
because I don't remember off the top of my head. For a frost giant, 23.
Oh shit!
So you'd get a strength of 23 for an hour.
And that's how much?
4,300 gold.
Do you have anything more permanent for that?
I'm afraid I don't. I'm a rather small shop. This is all I have in terms of wares, I'm afraid.
Oh, an hour with that kind of strength would be pretty fun, though.
Could do some massive damage.
I agree. Let's see, what do I have left in gold? Still a lot. Holy shit.
What?
Yeah, I just finally broke under 10k. So. I'm at 99.38. So
What about your platinum, Rick?
no, that's what the platinum.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
everything combined.
Would you like to purchase the potion of frost giant strength?
4,300?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
All right. So go ahead and add a potion of frost giant strength to your inventory.
5,600. I'm poor.
And were you interested in the carpet?
Not right yet.
Very well. She'll go ahead and begin rolling it
How
back
much
up.
was that? Just out of curiosity?
10,190 gold.
Yeah, I can't
Yep.
afford that right now.
Yep.
She goes ahead and rolls it back up. Puts it away.
Okay.
And are you
Yeah,
interested in any of the other items?
I think that's all for now for myself.
All right.
I don't know about these guys.
Uh,
So one.
So, question about this free time. How many times a day do you guys usually get this?
it's about 3 times a day. I have my residence upstairs, so I'm never really away from home.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna call them potion of frost giant, potion of growth.
It's a potion of enlarge.
With their powers combined, well, it's big.
Oh, go ahead.
Kick the mace. How long do you get free time?
Oh, it's a good amount of time, actually. Typically about 7 hours.
I suppose that's not terrible.
It's an hour in between.
It's not bad.
Yes, it's not the cruelest. We get time, but that hour is what they use to scan and make sure that things aren't amiss.
So do I have to wear the hat to attune to it, or?
Yes, you do.
Oh, fuck.
Can't swap out your lenses for your mask, can you?
I can. The fucking
nope.
lenses aren't attunement.
All right, so no one wants the what is it? The ring of poison resist or the wand of binding?
Nah.
Okay. Alrighty. Let me know if there is anything if you change your mind.
We will, thank you.
Not a problem. I hope you have a lovely day.
You too.
Alright, so you guys will make your way back out, and as you're leaving, she actually says, "Oh, actually, before you go, Hybor, she might actually have a few magic items if you're still in the market."
Hi, Bo.
Yes.
Got it.
As you guys make your way out, Jordan, are you staying by the window as you see them starting to leave?
I am.
Alright, so as you guys leave, what's your past perception, Israel?
19.
What's your past perception, Ophelia?
Not enough for that shit.
So you go unnoticed, Jordan.
15. That's fine.
Good. Then, as they pass by, I'm going to be casting this silently.
Alright, subtle spell, alter self. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just realized that it's in yellow. Sorry, apologies. Okay.
I've been trying to keep secret.
No, I understand. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Can I also change my cloak to be like red with like golden like outlines on it?
Yeah. So as you're kind of quietly casting, you watch as Ophelia grabs her cloak, and with a quick flourish, the cloak flutters for a moment and turns red with gold trim.
Yeah, it has like also like, what was it, fur around like the outer lining.
And then fur around the collar.
Fancy.
Disguise is disguise, I guess.
All right.
Then I will approach after I've completed my spell.
Okay. So you guys are approached by
An individual that wears something of long black coat, seems almost tuxedo-like, very black, frills at the front. Appears humanoid, actually. He seems rather weathered, about middle age. And as he approaches, he looks over all of you. And are all of you the favored few?
How would you know this?
Who asks?
An individual that apparently thinks that he's wasting his time, as you all appear to be busy shopping and enjoying yourselves.
And who are you?
For now, a friend.
How do we know that?
Gerberg says hello.
Nakek sent you.
Yes?
Why would he send you?
He said he was sending someone.
And how do we trust this person?
Very astute. You wouldn't. But I see most of you are here. From one message in particular, he informed me that, and he'll point to Goo, I believe that one had died.
Oh, they've both actually died and they're still alive, as you see.
I mean, it's true. I'm trying to do
Yeah.
invest Guru. I'm trying to do invest Chris right now.
I mean, I think I've
That
seen
makes me
her-
wonder why my services are even required here. More importantly, why ask for Gaborik's assistance in any way whatsoever. He's mentally distraught and he still doesn't understand how to go about the world.
That sounds like
Not as he
Madcap.
is.
So he didn't find what he was looking for.
He may find it. But for now, it's either you have me, or you can go about whatever business you're going to be doing. And if whatever business you're doing is just gallivanting around, I'll be back to doing what I do it here. In fact, this standard affair has been boring me. Having to be out on the side, making sure that lowbrow villains don't see to get their way.
Are you the vigilante we've been hearing about?
Are you saying this out loud in the middle of the street?
No.
I've been preparing to move out myself, go to a different town. But if it's not me, and you don't require any assistance, I will leave.
No. That's so cool what you told us.
Where are you all staying?
We don't have a place yet. Adele?
What was the name of my family's place again, Eric? I'm sorry.
The Fragrant Anomaly.
Yeah, well, we can always stay at the Fragrant Anomaly.
The name sounds familiar to me.
Can I find... just meet me there. I'll order the rooms for us. We gotta go find a place to attune to this.
Alright.
Can I find like a random bathroom somewhere and sit there for an hour?
Sure. Does anybody want to go check out Hybor's place beforehand? Or are you guys gonna just go beeline for the anomaly?
I'm looking for a random bathroom.
I wouldn't mind checking out Hybor's place,
Alright.
but I don't want to disappoint this guy.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, I didn't ask for your name.
You don't need it. Not yet.
Well, isn't that quite rude?
Well, until I know for certain whether or not you do need my assistance or not, means whether or not I give you a name or not.
So mysterious.
Well, I suppose you can go ahead and just call me by Tuxedo will do.
Seems kind of lame.
As she says as she walks off to find a bathroom.
So, what town are we in?
You're in Linares. To get you up to speed, Rick, when Ophilia did her scrying, she tried to convince the group to do it. Because you weren't here, I had you still vote for Nightshan, because that's where you were standing.
Yeah.
Everyone else,
Here she is.
yeah, everyone else wanted to help Ophilia with her problem with her family.
But conveniently,
But
it's only a small day's trek from Nightshan.
yes,
Okay.
yeah. I figured I wasn't gonna change your vote because you weren't here, so I was like, all right, Volak's gonna stick with Nightshan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. So Ophilia's gonna go attune, and you're gonna make your way to Hybor's place.
Yeah.
I'll meet them there,
Okay.
like afterwards.
So,
So
what exactly is going on with Ophilia's parents
Natural
or
20.
whatever?
Natural 20. Natural 20. Natural 20.
the Were Tiger, thank you for following. For following
Hey.
us on Mixer, much appreciated. Thank you.
It is not wanting to work my token correctly. That's fine.
That's
Deal with it later.
I'll move you over. It's okay.
Adele wanted to show us this place because she just wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Jesus! I grabbed the wrong one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, I can't get your token to work.
That's fine. We'll work on it later.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress. It's fine.
Thank you for streaming a real game. You're very welcome.
Yeah.
Just because.
A man's game.
So.
I love this one. Finally, something that isn't Fortnite and takes more than 3 brain cells.
You'd be surprised. Stick around this group, you'll figure out that we probably have 2.
Combined, everyone combined.
All right. So anyway, back to it.
Just because. Well, find your just because elsewhere. If you're staying at the Fragrant, then I will meet you there.
And where are you coming from?
Well, I believe the last I saw of Gabork, it was at trying to remember names now because I don't have my sheet right in front of me right now.
The name of the city?
Yes.
Karana.
That would be Krana, I believe.
Okay.
Well,
And who was the last person that you seen with Gaborik, as you call him?
Well, let's see. From what tales he's told me, he's visited his family, what remained there. That included his sister, father, mother. I believe he had been doing some work with Talon in some regard. He did some mystical work that I had managed to get a little hand in. And if things go well, or if they don't go well, maybe you'll see that effort. But right now, that's not the time.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds like he's telling the truth about Nagax.
If you're still in contact with him, tell him we miss him.
Unfortunately, my skills aren't in regards for those kind of things. If you wish to speak to him, that would be on you.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go walk toward the...
All right, so you and Volok, are you going with her as well?
Yeah.
You both make your way to the Hybor Armory. Upon entering, you are met with the various different scents and smells of soot and metalwork. As you make your way into the small shop, a very, very odd sight, but somewhat welcome to you, Ezreal. You see that there is a female drow who is currently in the process of finishing hammering out the fine few details of the sword. And she finishes dipping it, kind of shields her eyes with her hand before pulling it out, kind of giving it a few swings before setting it on the table.
Vindui!
She looks over. Vindui, I haven't seen another drow appear before. She approaches you and kind of awkwardly extends her hand. You notice that pleasantry is still not something. It's not something the drow are very well known for. So she's practicing, and she says, "Well, this is certainly interesting. Hello, welcome to my armory. I am Fasha Hybor. Please, what can I do for you? What brings another drow to the surface?"
It's a long story, very complicated one, but I got sick of it.
That's understandable. It's why I moved. It's why I came here as well. Please peruse my wares. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
We were told you might have some magic items here, but I'd still like to talk.
Go ahead and make a persuasion roll at advantage. I assume Volok is going to help you out with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and make a persuasion roll at advantage.
Back that one.
That's a little better. That is my persuasion modifier.
Persuasion modifiers.
So it's a 12.
12? Okay. She goes, says, I do have one on hand. Give me one moment, and she'll go ahead and make her way to the back. Not to the back, but just to like behind the counter, and she goes ahead and kind of brushes off a set of gauntlets that she puts up on the table. I'm not an arcanist by any means, but these came into my possession a couple of weeks ago. They have a special enchantment that when worn, at least from what I had understood, it gives you an unnatural jump in strength.
Well, Vlog, what do you think?
What were they? Sorry.
None of you have Ophilia, so make an Arcana check.
Wait, I
No.
have Identify.
Oh, you do have Identify.
No,
All right,
I
so
didn't hear what you said.
when attuned to the gauntlets, they give you an unnatural boost in strength.
Unnatural boost. Not
She
quite
says
sure.
she kind of scratches her chin and says, I don't think it'd be very useful on you, I'm afraid. You seem to be plenty strong in your own right. However, you look a bit like a twig. It might be better for you.
I suppose that's true.
I agree. You need to get a little stronger.
Thanks. Do you mind if I identify this?
Of course. And she'll go ahead and put him forward. Cast your Identify. These are gauntlets of ogre power. While attuned to them, your strength becomes 19 and cannot be reduced in any way.
I don't...
David got a big smile on his face.
I don't really attack physically that often.
No. But there's other things strength could be used for besides attacking.
That's true. I do have a negative modifier.
Can't do a lift. Can't do a push.
Wait, Luke, you can cast Spirit Guardians, grapple someone.
You'll be stronger than Balak.
How
Strength.
How much are they?
1,500 gold for these.
You know what? I'll take them.
Very well. They're yours. She'll push them over to you. You know, she starts to pull it. She pulls them. I couldn't help but notice you have a very particular palette going on here with this this color ensemble that you're doing.
What do you mean?
Give me just a moment. She goes ahead and she pulls out a set of paints and begins painting them in purples and whites to kind of better match your color. And she gives them over to you. She says, "On the house."
Wow.
And she goes ahead and takes the 1,500 gold.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you get good use out of them.
So now I have 19 strength.
Once you're attuned, yeah, you will have a 19 strength modifier.
You want to join me in the bathroom?
I just imagined Ezreal just wearing the gauntlets, Ophilia wearing the hat, just sitting there. So, seen any good movies lately?
What's a movie?
All right.
You have dynamite now.
No, that's not what it means. All right.
See the latest major image pictured recently?
Yes.
Or major.
As you guys are in the process of leaving, you see that male, the person in the purple white robe, similar to Daenerys' colors, but darker and more faded. Starts coming, passes by, and as he does, he looks at you and says, he looks at the two of you and says, "Ah, sisters and rather large brother, I am holding a procession at the House of the Wounded Soul. I would be most grateful if you would come and accompany us."
Wounded soul, did he say?
Yes.
That's not for me.
Oh, it is for everybody, my friend. Ilmater shines on all of us, especially those willing to give themselves for worthy causes.
Not me.
The wounded soul, where is it?
It's that He points over to the recently established church and says, "It is that beautiful building over there, and I couldn't help but notice you're a cleric, I presume."
I am indeed, yes.
Well, the house is looking for clerics at present. Perhaps you'd be willing to lend your service to Ilmater, just for a time.
Perhaps, although I'm going to point to my symbol of denier on the belt.
Oh, it is not unheard of for servants of gods to assist other servants.
Interesting.
And who knows, perhaps Ilmater himself will show you a light that your god could not.
I don't know about that, but thank you.
Well, all right. If you are interested, please just make your way over there. And as he's talking, you start to notice that as he's like turning his head and addressing you and making all these motions, there are bits of what look like snake-like scale that go down his neck. His eyes are these slitted reptilian eyes.
You want these?
Want these nuts? Nah.
Do I know what this guy...
Make a nature roll. Make a nature check.
Nature check. What is my modifier? I don't think that matters because I got a 2.
A 2? That's a weird looking human.
I'm gonna take a look, see if I know.
All right, make a nature check. This is a weird looking human.
But do humans
You
have...
are very weird.
A bit hurtful, but that's all right. It's okay. All of us are weird in our own right, I suppose. But
that is true.
But please, we'd be more than welcome to have you.
I'll definitely have to think about that. Thank you for the offer.
Of course. And as another group of people passes by, you see he quickly kind of shifts attention. He's like, brother, sister, please. And he seems to be like just giving this pitch to everybody, trying to get as many people as he can into his congregation.
I think that's one thing I prefer about my church is we don't proselytize.
That guy's very weird.
Yeah.
Are you gonna join me in the bathroom or no?
You'll hear as you guys are saying this, you'll hear Fasha kind of sigh. And, yeah, he is. That's Tayo. He established the church here a couple months ago. He's been trying to get people to convert to Ilmater. We've actually had a number of clerics come through who he's pestered incessantly as they are in need of more. Thank you for the drow picture. Appreciate it.
Oh, it's a blingy.
It's a blingy one, yes. Who is pestered incessantly as there are very few clerics in town, and those that are not followers of Ilmater.
Well, I understand if he needs a helping hand once in a while, but trying to convert...
Just be mindful. He can be a bit much to handle.
Seems like it.
Yes.
I know what that's like.
Well, have a good day, and please don't let Tayo carouse you with his incessantness.
I wasn't planning on it.
Good. And she will kind of sigh and return back to her work. So what would you guys like to do? There are a few other shops in town, or you could just make your way straight to the Fragrant Anomaly.
Let's see, how do you spell her name?
Fasha, Fasha, Hybor, Hybor.
Okay.
Just since I wasn't here at the beginning, I went back around and picked up all my stuff, correct?
Yes, you have everything. Yes, you got everything before you left.
Sure. I'm gonna need a healing potion.
Alright.
Hopefully somebody has some.
Alright, so the only place that you have not really gone to is the Forgotten Thread, which Ophilia had told you was a clothing shop.
That's not gonna help.
Yes. The town, while beautiful, is still a small town.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna head to the clothing shop.
Okay, so you're gonna head to the Forgotten Thread. All right.
Yeah.
Valak, are you accompanying them, or are you gonna make your way to the Fragrant Anomaly?
Nope, I'm just gonna go wander around.
All right.
Get myself lost.
Alrighty. And Ophilia is still in the bathroom. Ophilia, you've gotten a few knocks and a few angry people. You've been in there for 30 minutes!
Sorry.
Chinese food, you know how it is.
Got my food from the second continent, you know.
How long would that be for this conversation? And since I left for the fragrance,
It would have been about 30 minutes.
okay, just let me know
Yeah.
when the hour comes up.
Alright. So you make your way to the Forgotten Thread. Entering into it, it is a very prim and proper establishment with several mannequins dressed in various different pleasantries and very, very extravagant outfits. You can see, however, no two outfits are alike. This is not a shop that specializes in mass. And as you enter, you can see that there is an individual who at first looks human, until you start to see that there is a soft glow that constantly radiates off of him. His hair is brown and cut short, just to about the top of his neck. He currently has a set of glasses on as he's in the process of tailoring a new outfit. And as you enter, he kind of looks back, and you can see his eyes are a gleaming silver. As he looks back and says, "Oh, well, hello. Welcome to the Forgotten Thread. My name is Avi. A drow. I can't say I've seen a drow except for Fasha in here. This is certainly interesting." He turns around completely. What can I do for you?
Garments are absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I do pride myself in my work.
I don't suppose you have anything in purple.
I have a few things in purple, yes. Although, I would much prefer to make something special for you. Every person's body is unique, and how one outfit is made does not necessarily mean it's going to look as perfect as it can on another.
I suppose that's true. Yeah. Sure.
So what kind of outfit are you looking for? A dress, more formal wear, more casual wear?
Definitely a dress, more formal.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Please, with me. And he'll kind of take you around the back, take an arm around your side, and will gingerly lead you over to where he had that mannequin that was being worked on. He'll move it and set it aside. Takes out a tape and begins measuring your different lengths and says, "Now, something more form-fitting, something more loose. What are we thinking?"
As long as it covers the arms.
Covers the arms. Okay, long. All right, long sleeves. And he'll start kind of. You see that as he's like measuring you. This isn't like he does it quickly and is like, okay, this is what I'm set at. This is what I'm set at. He is literally marking it down to the exact centimeter.
Wow.
Like,
And he works in centimeters. That's fancy.
This guy is like, he's ensuring that every single measurement is as perfect as it can be.
Something that covers a lot, I think.
Oh, well,
Maybe
all right.
more
Pure
purple?
purple, or are you looking for more weaving design?
Silver and white.
Silver. Oh, a lovely choice. And he'll go over and kind of begin sketching, doing a quick sketch. It's rough, but it seems like he's just beginning like the first processes of it. And he says, "All right, for something like that." And he starts showing you how he can kind of do this thing where he can do a stitching where it weaves filigree all the way up the arms and across the bottom, how it seems to almost give itself almost a natural wave to the movement. The dress itself seems to be a bit tighter, seems to be designed to be a bit tighter to be a bit more form-fitting. However, the colors themselves and the kinds of threads and fabrics that he shows you are definitely much darker purples, and will definitely be able to cover anything that you need covered.
Okay. Cool.
All right. And so he says, all right, so for custom work, we'll say 5 gold now, 5 gold upon your return.
5. 10 gold for this?
Well, I make all of my I make all of my outfits by hand. I don't have any sort of assistance.
No,
And I promise you it would be worth every penny.
I mean,
for
that
every
seems incredibly low.
I do my best to ensure. You can see that there's a bit of almost like a shift in his tone. It almost seems like he's fighting with the need to charge what it's actually worth and just his want to give everything something nice, give everyone something nice. And he says, I pride myself in ensuring that everybody can look their best, regardless of their price range.
That's very kind of you. But come on. What is it worth?
For the threads and everything, as I said, 10 gold is fine. I do not need more. Are you just going to stand there looking at him?
Yeah.
He says, the actual price of the thread and with everything what I could charge for it would be closer to about 65 gold.
Okay. I'm just going to pay that up front.
We'll take it. There's that mix of of happiness and sadness in his face as he takes it. He says, I thank you very much. As I said, it will be ready for you in about 3 days.
Thank you.
No problem. And as you exit, so you guys will, I guess at this point, make your way to the Fragrant Anomaly, unless you want to go back and talk to any of the owners. Okay. So it's been about 45 minutes on your spell at this point.
Okay.
However, as you guys make your way to the Fragrant Anomaly, Volok ends up stumbling there after getting lost for about 15 minutes. Volok, you met a couple of interesting people, actually. You met a lot. You met some kids who wanted to swing from your arms. Whether you let them or not is up to you.
Probably would have.
All right. You became a little bit of an attraction for the children for a while. But as you guys make your way to the front doors of the Fragrant Anomaly, the doors are open and patrons are currently inside enjoying meal and drink. You can see at the front what appears to be a tall 6'8" human man with a beautiful mustache that adorns his face, short-cut brown hair. He is built. Volok, he rivals you in build with just size and stature. And you can see he's currently in the process of cleaning out a few glasses. You see one person that calls out to him for a drink, and with all of the finesse of a seasoned bartender, grabs a cup, flips, quickly slams the spigot so the ale comes down, so the ale pours out, puts it back, and slides it across the table to a patron who grabs it and raises a glass to him before paying for the ale. You see that there is a younger woman, maybe about 22 years old, who is in the process of going around collecting cups, talking with patrons, getting flirted with by a few of the more drunker ones, and seems to just laugh it off as this might be a regular occurrence for her. And from the back, you can see that the actual back area is opened, and there is an older woman in the back that is in the process of cooking up what appears to be lamb. And it smells absolutely wonderful. That sounded like me making a bracelet for someone. But yeah, so you enter into the Fragrant Anomaly. As you enter, you approach the counter, and the gentleman at the front looks at you all and says, "Well, this is certainly a welcome sight. We don't get a lot of travelers through here. Please, come sit down. My name's Walter, and I'll take care of you."
It's nice to meet you.
And he kind of extends a hand, and something happened there. He extends a hand, shakes it. He has a meaty hand too, as he takes it and shakes your hand and goes around. Volok, you guys, it gets into one of those situations where you guys are kind of squeezing each other's hands, seeing who breaks first, but neither of you break.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Very good.
It's what is it? It's the scene in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I'm thinking more of the start predator. Dylan, you son of a bitch.
All right. So yeah, what can I get for you folks? By the way, this is that lovely woman back there is Annabelle. She's my wife and our cook. Anything you order from her will be fantastic, I assure you. And he points to the woman who's currently tending to table and says, "And that is that's my daughter Amelia. And so please, if you need anything, just ask any of us, and we will get it for you as soon as we can."
Okay.
So, what are you having?
What time is it about?
Right now, with the time traveled and your time walking around, you're looking at it's definitely around nighttime. You're looking at about 6:30 at night at this point.
Food, I think, for everyone.
For everyone, perfect. Would you like the house special?
Sure.
Honey, 3 house specials, please. And you hear her go, "Oh, right away, thank you." And she begins going through the process of cooking. You notice that even for her old age, there is definitely a delicateness and talent there for this woman. And she's also not much short. She also doesn't give herself to short stature either. She's about 5'8". So this family is definitely rather tall, especially for humans. But eventually,
at about minute 55, you're gonna see your mysterious stranger kind of put his hands together over his mouth for a moment.
all right,
That's all you see.
All right.
All right.
And Ophilia, by this time, you will have, as the favorite few are being served their meals, you will have finished your attunement.
I'm gonna keep another 10 minutes of dicking around trying to find a good disguised self.
All right, so
Just looking at the mirror.
all right.
And then eventually settle on a younger female form with, long blonde hair and reddish eyes.
Okay. So as you make your way over, as you all are eating, you will hear at about 10 minutes after you guys have finished eating, after you guys have really begun your meal, and as you're trying it, it is just this endless cacophony of different flavors that you wouldn't really expect from such a small town like this. But as said, there's really something to be said about just the talent this woman has with cooking. And Walter comes over and says, "Well, I hope everybody's enjoying their meals. Are you folks going to be needing rooms for tonight?"
Yes, I believe we will.
How many were you thinking?
Let's see. Do you have
One
your
for myself.
tuxedo?
One for yourself.
I suppose that answers that question. So 5.
5 rooms.
I sleep outside.
I like that. All right, so 4 rooms.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So for your stay, that'll be for all that you're looking at about 2 gold and 1 silver piece.
Let's give him 3 gold.
Oh, that's much appreciated. Thank you. He'll kind of start going through the process of grabbing the keys, and around this time, Ophilia, you will find yourself at the front of the place. It's kind of a process to get yourself through the door, even with the disguise. But as you do so, you see Walter is currently in the process of grabbing a number of keys. You can see Annabelle, your mother, is in the back cooking as she always has. And as you kind of look around, you're not really seeing Amelia until you look over and you see a fully grown Amelia currently in the process of finishing clearing off a table.
Like, you see Ophelia whistle a little bit. It's like, she grew up really fine, just like under her breath.
Mm-hmm. You'll alright. What would you like to? You see your party currently sat at a table.
So, did you get a room for all of us?
And who might you be?
Adele.
Ah, Adele. It's nice to see you. Yes, I got some rooms for all of us.
That's not the information that I have.
You can make an insight check.
Tuxedo.
Insider investigation for you, Jordan. No, that wasn't me forgetting his name. That was me trying to remember. What checks are for Hat of Disguise.
Insider investigation.
Insider investigation.
Am I better with investigation? So, natural 20.
So as you kind of get closer, because it runs off of you. Oh, well, thank you, Were Tiger. That's very much appreciated. He says, I have to say you're a great DM. You have a really nice voice and have good attention to detail.
I'd have to agree.
Well, thank you. Not used to receiving compliments. But as you kind of look closer for a moment, it takes a second for your eyes to focus, but you start to see the actual exterior begin to fade, and you can see underneath is Ophilia. Wearing a rather odd-looking hat.
I'm going to look over to Esriel. Is this...
Adele, our friend.
You're going to need to explain a few things to me, because I know of only 2 names associated with this party.
Well, those are not relevant at the moment.
As you guys are talking, Walter will return, put the keys down, and say, "Ah, well, all right. Got the keys for you right here, and you're new. Are you gonna be needing any food?"
Yeah. What do you have?
Oh, we've got the house special.
I'll take the house special.
House special. All right. Need a drink with that?
No, thank you.
All right.
You see her just like tapping her feet, like just trying to hold it back.
So did a perception check. Oh, call me. Oh, did I say he? I'm sorry. If I'm honest, it's I'll explain really quick. I read the chat through through Streamlabs when we're streaming, so I can't see the I can't see the picture. I can't see any pictures of like profile pictures if they're too detailed. So I apologize. I'm sorry, my mistake. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, okay. So, you will be brought food, Ophilia, and it's really something that you remember. Your mother cooking a lot.
Yeah, she's like trying to hold herself back just a bit.
Yeah, the smell is very alluring. But as you begin eating, you are instantaneously brought back 10 years. I guess for you it hasn't been 10 years, as you still were in the mind of a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
But as you eat it, once there's just this moment of surrealism as you take in the flavors and you take in the environment and the sounds. It's warming as you find yourself back home. As the sounds around you kind of begin to fade for a moment, you open your eyes, and as you do so, in the corner, you see 2 sets of red piercing eyes, a cloak over the head, and silvered hair that come down to about chest length. As you see an angry face staring at you, you see shadows beginning to wreathe off of his sides and starting to stretch up the walls. And as you kind of shudder for a moment, closing your eyes and pulling back, the figure is gone. So, you all
leave a tip.
leave a tip. So you all finish your meal, and afterwards you are led towards what you can quickly begin to realize. A lot of the shop owners here seem to also be making their living upstairs, making a residence in different parts of the building itself. As there are 2 sets of stairs that, as you make your way up, Walter takes you up the left side, for what you remember Ophilia to be where most of the residents, most of the people who would stay in the inn would be, as the other set of stairs leads up towards the house portion of the Fragrant Anomaly. Pushing your way up, you are led to your rooms, each of you given a key. Volok, you are shown outside. And as you are shown outside, you are shown to a really, really nice looking backyard, which looks like more of like a home style backyard than taverns. And you can see he just goes, well, you're welcome to stay back here. Just please don't leave things as you found them. He points to a hammock that they have set up and says, if you'd like to use it, it's yours.
Thank you.
Not a problem. It is a bit cold. Are you going to need any blankets, any pillows, anything?
You could throw them all here. I'll see if I use them.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Fair enough. He'll walk back inside, and after a few moments, he'll return, putting a pillow and some blankets outside for you, set up on a small table. All of you making your way to your respective rooms.
Before I do need to go ahead and see Esriel.
Okay.
And actually discuss about what's I'm going to be doing here.
Okay. So, Ezreal, as you unlock the door and begin making your way inside, it's a quaint room. Definitely not as extravagant as your room at the manor. But it is a simple living quarters. There is a small chest set up at the foot of the bed for you to store any of your equipment. As you are making your way in, setting up on the bed, you see Tuxedo kind of pushing the door open, looks in.
Hello.
Will it be alright if I step in?
Of course.
I'll go ahead and step in. Close the door behind me. What is your purpose here?
Well, at present, I'm serving as the leader. I don't think we've actually introduced ourselves. Esriel Clelia.
Yes.
I suppose I know you as Tuxedo.
Yes, but Gaborik himself, he spoke a lot about you. About the feelings he has for you, and even before he sent me, he expressed his regrets about not being here. About not being as good as he could be.
Well, that's wrong. He was already wonderful. But you wanted to ask about Adele, right?
Yes, who exactly is this Adele who is not really Adele? I saw a face underneath there.
It's hard to explain. I'm sure you've heard of Aster and Ophilia, right?
Let's see. He spoke to me about Aster Florence being a constant thorn in his side. Him and a crow, raven.
Ravioli.
Yes. Speaking of, I don't believe I've actually seen this Ravioli. Unless he's been hiding in the shadows. Far better than myself, actually.
And I'm sure you've heard of Ophilia and her story.
I've only heard that Ophilia... Aster has changed, and Ophilia is now who Aster was. I don't know anything about anything further than that.
Honestly,
Even he seemed confused about it.
I don't either, but I figure just going with the flow would be the best option. But Adele is Ophilia.
And you're here because Ophilia wants you to be here.
Yes.
Why?
Her mother is in trouble.
From outside forces, from the daywalkers that take control of this town.
I'm not exactly sure myself. From some sort of magical danger.
Then I'll do what I can. But is that all? Nothing else.
Well, what do you need to know?
From what I understand, there's been your excursions in the Empire, but beyond that, the only information I have is only secondhand through Geborg.
I don't think that's wise to talk about in Daywalker territory, even if we are in private. But I suppose all you need to know is that Ophilia does not want any attention drawn to herself. She wishes to go by Adele for now.
Very well.
And what do you do, Tuxedo?
I help people. Isn't that what all good people do?
Well, yes, but I meant more literal. Magic, swordplay, range.
I do have range. Surprisingly, a lot further range than most other spellcasters. If I'm actually throwing a direct hit, obviously. Otherwise, I tend to stick to the battlefield.
Very well. Well, we are currently... We are missing someone who just left. So...
Just left?
Yes, Flynn Albanian. He joined us due to the Empire's wishes, but he got promoted and had to leave us behind. But we are looking for a fifth. Oh, pun intended.
Do you miss him?
What?
Do you miss him?
Yeah. It's been so hard since he left. All of a sudden I've been thrust upon this. I've been a leader since he left, and I don't think I'm ready for this. I think he was right to leave after going through everything. But I'm not going to do that to them. I can't. If I'm the only one who wants to take up the mantle, then I suppose I have no choice.
You told me specifically about that cape on your back. That mantle.
FX. Yes, it was a gift from a friend.
To let you know, before you were brought back, he wanted to hold up that mantle. But he felt that he was unworthy. Rather, Ophilia believed he was unworthy.
Is that so?
I believe I've said all I need to say. All I needed to know was what you felt about him. And, of course, what we're doing here. But it seems it's no focus on your mission with the gods, nor is it any mission related toward your previous duties. Just helping a friend. That's all I need to know.
For now.
Good night, then.
Okay.
And I'll leave.
Wait.
All right.
Why do you need to know about Nakax?
There's a lot of heartbreak in that. Well, I want to say child, but he does. He's not really a child anymore now, is he?
I guess. Neither of
Keeps
us anymore.
keep sending him messages. If there was one other thing that he talked to me about way too often, was every single time he got a message from you, there was a bit of him that lit up. But I will leave you with your duties. And I will go to my room.
Okay.
I guess I'll just kind of sit on my bed and I'll send a message to Nakax.
All right. So you go ahead and sit down and begin. You're scrying. You're sending.
Oh, no way, that always makes me laugh.
It's because I do this. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Nakax, I'm sorry, I've been scarce. Your friend told me that I broke your heart, and when I see you, I'll make up for it in spade.
Up is the last word that gets sent.
Alright.
So, Nakax, you received the message.
You haven't broken my heart. I just feel like I've let everyone down. And it's not you that needs to repay me. Just the opposite.
That's what you get back.
You're muted.
There you go.
God damn
There you
it.
go. There you go.
I'm gonna send one more.
Okay.
You didn't let us down. I don't know how I can make you see that. I miss you. I really do.
All right. All right.
Goose died. You've died. And I wasn't there. I should have been there, but even if you think that I didn't let you down, I know that I did.
I know is the last part you get.
I guess after that, I'm just gonna sit down and work on tuning.
All right. So you guys all make your way to your respective chambers. Goom makes his way into a chamber with Bosco to rest, relax, all of you. Calm yourselves, find yourselves to a night of rest. As the night grows darker, Ophilia, you perch Ravioli to keep watch.
Hang on.
Hmm?
I've seen and heard so much roleplay dialogue, I've lost count. That was the first time I've ever been reduced to tears.
Aww.
Oh.
Jordan, high five.
We did it. You set Ravioli up. Get ready for your night. As you lay down, just kind of staring up into the ceiling for a moment. You start looking around. As you begin to close your eyes, you see a number of different heads that begin moving their way across the walls. 1, 2, 3, 4 eyes all flash open and look down at you. And you hear in your voice, you hear a voice in your head go, "Welcome home, Ophilia."
Can I try to get out of there with a misty step?
You go ahead and you cast your Misty Step and get out. You're in the hallway, shaking.
And I'm gonna run towards Ezreal's room.
You take off, Ezreal, as you're getting into your trance, getting ready. Your door flies open.
Just no one knows to knock. Are you okay? What's going on?
Nope. There's something in my room, and I need help with it.
Okay.
I saw it. It talked to me.
I talked to you. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna tear a page out of my book, and I'm gonna roll it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, where is it?
Alright, so you walk to Ophelia's room with your makeshift swatter.
Wait, you're gonna fight a demon with
A
paper?
demon? You didn't tell me it was a demon.
Well, a fly can't talk to you.
Alright, okay. What does it look like?
Okay, so it has several heads. It's kind of shadowy. Lots of eyes, and like, do you have paper? I'll try and sketch.
Yeah. Under my makeshift swatter.
Alright. 1 second.
Uh-huh.
I gotta find the right sketchbook.
You know, it was very nice. It told me welcome home, but besides that, it's not very friendly.
It stalked up on me real creepily, but it was really nice when it said welcome home.
Listen. Oh, it's potatoes.
Are those the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
I'm just learning art, so basically that's what she saw.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Ophelia, if this really is a demon, I'm going to need to be better prepared. So if you let me finish my trance, if you want to stay in my room for now, I don't need the bed.
Okay.
I'll be better prepared to handle this.
Alright, so you all rest, Ophelia. Eventually, just exhaustion alone just takes you as Ezreal is resting. So you fall asleep in her room. That's where we're gonna leave off for tonight. So yeah, we'll pick this up next Saturday. Same time, 10:30 a.m. is when we start our game.
Pacific, right?
Pacific Standard Time.
Right.
Specifically
If you
the
need to get
Pacific time.
caught up on Fall As They May, go ahead and check out our YouTube channel. We're missing a bunch of episodes because Twitch corrupted our files when I was trying to upload it, and then we're missing episodes because my hard drive died when I tried to upload them. So that's
Yay.
great.
We are all sorts of ruined.
Oh no,
We
you're
also
going.
have a Twitter.
Yeah.
We should post, and we post updates.
Yeah.
Wherever.
We're going. Yeah, we're Tiger. We've been streaming for about 3 hours, and this GM has to get to his job, unfortunately, or else we'd keep playing, as this is starting to get interesting. And
Yeah,
I look
it's-
forward to further with Ophelia's storyline.
It's at Fall As They May.
Yes, Twitter at Fall As They May, and again, we have a YouTube channel, Fall As They May. Do you have a Discord? We do not, but we have a Discord for ourselves, but not for the fans. We might think about doing that, actually.
For the fans.
For the fans.
For the
Integrate
people.
a channel for them.
We could actually do that, yeah. We'll look at it.
Done.
And if we make one, we'll have that in our description next week.
Woo!
So anyway, thank you so much for watching. We hope